where a size 18 woman, happy with her size, was feeling pressure to slim down to keep her husband happy. And much to my surprise, agony aunt Colleen Nolan took the side of the husband. I suppose that's what comes from hiring singers to sort out your readers' problems rather than trained experts. But anyway, maybe you think Colleen was right and this woman should slim down for her man. What if you're not a size 18? What if you're slimmer? Now, if I'm honest, I was quite shocked by something Susie Amy told us on Tuesday. Now, even though she is a stunner, and my word, she really is, her boyfriend, the Irish rugby ace Rob Kearney, pesters her to go to the gym. Why? Because he prefers her when she's slim and toned. Well, maybe he does, but maybe she's happy with the way she is. Stats tell us most girls say they'd want to know if their partner thought they were getting porky, but stats also tell us 90% of women are insecure about the way they look. So surely it is a loving partner's job to reassure his wife or girlfriend, to tell her she looks great, rather than feeding her neurosis by saying, "Get thee to a gym, Natalie."
I mean, I think we need to be brutally honest here. Men, and I'm generalising, yes, are about the physical, and men, lot of men see a woman as an appendage to them, to massage their ego, and if they...
Sexist.
It might be sexist,
be very careful,
but actually...
I know where this is leading.
I'm not I am generalising, but I'm doing it for a reason. If a bloke goes out with a girl and then she suddenly balloons in weight, he's not...
Let's leaving suddenly balloon. Let's just say puts on a bit of weight. Let's keep it...
Increases the weight. I would like to think that my boyfriend loves me for me and my weight fluctuates like any girl's does. Yeah. But I would like to think that there are ways of doing that without him offending me, whether it's a kind of teamwork thing, we go to the gym together, we're active together, whatever it is. But...
I'm talking about a man telling his loving partner, who may have put on a little bit of weight, go to the gym, please, I like it when you're toned.
Listen, I would like to agree with you that is utterly wrong, but that's the world we live in.
Yeah, but then the next thing you see, if you go down that route, the next thing you'll say is female circumcision is justified, or Chinese women should... No. It's the same thing, because it's men telling women how to be.
Yeah. Now,
that's the line I'm saying. Female circumcision, Chinese wrapping of feet. We like Chinese women with little feet. Wrap your feet. It's men telling women how to be.
It's a big leap,
that's the problem.
I think that...
Is it?
I think... Yeah. OK, I think we're talking about different things here. If a girl puts on a bit of weight, it wouldn't bother me at all if Owen put on weight, lost weight. I don't even notice when he does. He notices, I don't even know. I genuinely don't. But if a woman puts on a lot of weight, it can be symptomatic of a shift in mindset for her. And that in itself can be unattractive to a man if, for example, her attitudes have changed through the years. Okay. It can be part of a bigger problem.
Go on.
I think it's a very small percentage of, and it's a very small man that would take umbrage to their partner putting on a little bit of weight.
A little bit, yes.
I do think if there's a medical issue where you've come to a point where you're putting yourself in a medical danger, it is your responsibility to tell your partner. But if a woman is confident and feels sexy in herself, there is nothing more attractive.
Right.
And that's exactly what I'm saying about the mindset thing.
If they put on a bit of weight, but they feel good in themselves and they feel happy, they become even even more attractive and more sexy, because that's what men like.
Can I be really awkward here? OK, so let's say you're married to someone who is a size 10. They go to a size 12, you say nothing. They go to a size 14, you say nothing, over maybe a 5-year period. By the time they go to size 18, do you say anything then, or is it... because I'm now flipping my position here, but I don't know whether we should have the right, because I know that as soon as if I was to say to Mrs. Wright, "Oh God, you've put on a pound, 1 pound," she'd be going, have I, because the neurosis within the woman, 90% of women don't like the way they look. So therefore, it is our job as men, is it not, to reassure them?
It's also your job.
But if they do become much bigger,
do it in a positive way.
You're talking to moving on to being morbidly obese.
Yeah. So then it's a medical condition.
So that you're moving into that.
Right.
So it's in your responsibility to say, darling, we need to address this.
Together.
But also you have to consider, what you're not considering here is if the relationship's going to be successful and work, you need to remain attracted to each other. and the woman wants to be attractive to her partner, if she's becoming less attractive to her partner...
But Ben has just said a confident woman is an attractive woman, and if a woman is neurotic about her size because you're going on about it, she ain't going to be confident.
Yes.
Well, she won't be attractive whether she's stick thin or really fat.
Well, you're going to extremes here. Stick thin, really fat, 18 to 10... going to circumcision for a woman, which I can't see the leap at all.
It's about men telling women how they should be. That's the thread.
I think if the fella is becoming less attractive to his wife because she's putting on weight and doesn't say anything, and then he finally leaves her, she might have said, well, why don't you tell me? I could have done something about that. I want to keep our marriage together. So he could be doing it from a virtuous perspective.
I keep my marriage together by shedding weight to keep my two-dimensional, submoronic man happy to conform to his twisted view of how I should look. That's a great marriage.
I don't think what you've just said, though, I don't think what you've just said is at all...
But you don't see the link between telling a woman to lose weight and telling a woman to bind her feet or forcing a woman to...
No, I don't.
It's men telling women how to be.
I don't see any connection between forcing a woman to bind her feet at all.
Men telling women how to be.
There are two different things there. There are the control freak men who do see the woman as an appendage, and there are the men that know that actually a healthy, slimmer woman who's feeling good about herself makes for a better couple.
Susie Amy is a stunning woman, OK?
Oh, she's...
At what point would anybody have the nerve, right? Forgive me, because she can probably beat me up, her boyfriend, but very easily beat me up. What kind of man would tell a woman who is already stunning, go down the gym and tone up a bit more because I prefer
I don't think he ever
up.
says it in a threatening way. He doesn't say it as a
and he's
kind
not
of
telling
controlling
you.
way.
I think you're all commanding.
Suggesting. Why don't you go down
He's
the
a
gym?
sportsman.
Why
he
don't
wants
you
her
go
to be healthy with him.
I mean, it's a tricky one. I do know girls that would prefer their fellas to say, well, there are an awful lot of women out there who prefer to be told, look, you know, you need to get in the gym. I don't think...
Why? Because maybe that's because it justifies their own neurosis, and then they can feel, OK, I was right thinking I was too fat. My fellas told me too.
And what about the husband or partner, Matthew, who is becoming less attractive to his partner? What about that man?
Why? Why is it never in the reverse? Why is it so rarely women telling men how to...
because I don't... Listen, how often do you see a really stunning bird with a really ugly bloke? A lot.
Yeah.
How often do you see a really fit bloke with an absolute minger? Never. What does that tell you about you boys?
That tells you how shallow these fit women are.
OK, let's throw it out to you guys at home. See what you think. Kirsty.
OK, we have Laura first on line 1.
Morning, Laura.
Morning.
So what do you think, Laura?
Well, I was just explaining to your telephone people. I've had a similar situation, but it was a lot more controlling than that.
Go on.
My ex-partner of 12 years kept going on and on about my weight, and I went from a sort of 14 up to a 20, and I kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And he pushed me into joining an expensive gym, having a personal trainer, doing lots of exercise, controlling what I was eating, going crazy with me, saying that I was secretly eating behind his back, and it came to a point of absolute control, so I couldn't cope with the relationship anymore, and we broke up. When we broke up, I found out that I had thyroid cancer, and so obviously the reason for the ballooning in weight was the illness, because my thyroid didn't work and I had cancer. Now, that was actually, when I was diagnosed, I had only around 3 months to live, and thankfully I've had treatment and I'm OK now.
Fantastic. That's fantastic. Remarkable, in fact.
But
I hope your ex feels rubbish for that.
Yep, good. Now, yours is an extreme position. What about your view of women generally? And do you think there is a case here that men are trying to get women to conform to the male view of what they should look like rather than their own?
Well, I think it's down to personality, because with my husband, who I'm married to now, I mean, he fancies the pants off me, so that's brilliant.
Yay.
But I also, a friend of mine, she was with a bloke, and she had a gorgeous figure, really curvy, size 12, and he wanted her more to look like a boy, and he kept picking and picking and picking. And it's when somebody you're with a partner who is your friend and can say, well, hey, you've put a few pounds on, that's OK, but it's when somebody controls that you have the problem.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. What a remarkable story. 3 months to live.
It does sound like there's an awful lot of women that need to get rid of 13 stone of fella that's next to them.
Right. Yeah. Really unwanted weight, And I'm thinking more about what you said, Natalie, about this trophy thing, which I hadn't thought of before, but it's back down to what the fella's predetermined view about what he wants, which is actually to fit in with what he's being told he should want, isn't it? Because you think back 200 years ago, we wanted voluptuous women. All the paintings, all the classics are of voluptuous women. Now we want something else. So you're right about the trophy thing. Let's take another case.
OK, we have Ian next on line 2.
Ian, good morning.
Morning.
So would you ask a partner to lose weight?
No, because the reverse happened to me. See, I used to be in professional sport, where I had to diet and use drugs to stay as thin as a rake for 13 years. And after I was forced into retirement, and after when I got with my present girlfriend, about 7 or 8 years ago, she said to me, you know, you are getting a bit heavier. Have you considered dieting? I said, yes, I've considered it, and the door isn't locked, and if you want a hand down the stairs with your suitcases, there's no problem.
And what happened then?
She sort of sulked for a few hours, gave me a bit of silent treatment for 24 hours probably, and it's never really been mentioned since. I eat healthily, I exercise, I'm a lot heavier than I used to be, but I am muscular. And when you get to my time of life, you expect to put on weight. She's 21 years younger than me.
All right. Everyone's going, all right, nice one, Ian.
That's a trophy if ever I've heard of one.
Is it then, Matthew, a projection of the man's insecurities?
Yes, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's exactly the same thing. The woman is insecure about the way she looks. The man feels more secure if he has the trophy, because all his mates will think, oh, there's a top bloke there.
You're actually missing the fact that maybe he wants to be attracted to his wife the way he was.
But what we find attractive, is maybe dictated by external... Of course it is, because 200 years ago we liked fat women.
I'm told who I like.
Yeah, but yes, you are, by society.
And the fact is, my mum doesn't...
Jordan's the most played... Most girls plus across all the press.
Culturally, in the West, our view of what makes an attractive woman has changed in the last 200 years. You can go to Asia and you will find that what constitutes an attractive woman there tends to be a much fatter woman. You can go to China and it's someone who has more westernised eyes. There's all kinds of different steps that change how we see and what we find as attractive.
But also, as individuals, we know what we find attractive and what we don't. Yeah.
But within the framework of the social convention.
Wow.
We're all trapped in a framework of social convention. I am, anyway. Thank you for that last one. One more.
We have Matt on line 3.
Matt, good morning.
Good morning. I'm 38 years old, live in North London.
OK.
I've been attending the gym for years now, I don't know, over 10 years.
Yeah.
And out of all my female friends and my girlfriends, and my current one now who's beautiful, every time I try to get her down the gym, it's never, ever been through vanity. It's purely been through the health reasons and the fact that it's going to make her feel a lot better and more confident because the amount of endorphins it releases when you come out of the place.
OK, it makes her feel more confident. It makes her feel more confident is what you've just said. And we've also established the well-known statistic that 90% of women feel underconfident about their bodies.
Yeah, they certainly do. And I mean, when you come out of the gym, the amount of endorphins it releases in you anyway, regardless whether you're lifting 1,000 kilos or 10 kilos, even if you train and end up becoming a power lifter and, you know, huge Arnold Schwarzenegger sort of thing, it's the amount it makes you feel about yourself and the fact you're going to be healthier, not for vanity. And so just suggest that people, that men are constantly trying to get their partners down there for that, for the vanity size is only making things worse with the amount of paranoia involved with being overweight anyway. All the guys I know in the gym as well that manage to get their girlfriends down there as well, they're exactly the same as in opinion as myself.
So the girls won't... You don't think the girls are quite happy to just do what they want?
No, because we want them to be healthier and fitter.
So they have to...
Not the way she looks.
They have to be healthy for you. They can't just choose to be unhealthy.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? It's like there's this health fascism.
Not because of the shape or the size.
Health fascism. You've got to be healthy. You've got to do this. Why? Why can't I just be left alone?
Matt,
Hello.
the girls at your gym, they're there because they want to be there, and they're there because they're training because they enjoy it and they enjoy everything about it. They're not being sort of dragged along by their partners to go, you need to be here, because the chances are if you get dragged to the gym anyway, you're not going to go the next week.
But if you say you should go to the gym...
They've been there through suggestion of their partner or their boyfriend, and they've turned up, and after a week of it...
They'd have gone.
It's fantastic. No, it's fantastic. It's one of those stuff they've all stuck at it.
I don't think the issue doesn't seem to be that it's just being told to go.
It's how you tell, I guess, and Just
But also,
sick
I
of
think
people
Matthew's
telling me to be
fine
healthy.
want your
I really
partner to be
am.
healthy. Isn't that a good marriage?
No, I think just leave them be. They're an adult. They
So
can
they
make up their
start-
own minds. Stop telling people what to do, all right?
Let them get on well and die. Fantastic
If they want to,
marriage.
yeah.
Great.
Free
happy
world,
days.
free
happy funeral.
country, yeah?
She wanted. It's what she wanted.
Would you rather be Jimi Hendrix or Cliff Richard?
What a load of rubbish.
Jimi Hendrix or Cliff
What
Richard?
a load of rubbish!
Wake it up.
Rubbish.
Thank you, Matt. Jimi Hendrix, Cliff Richard. After the break... I knew that one would get us going.
Yeah.
After the break...